Because he backed up, I pushed it again. I said, what the fuck? I said, this is my house now. You ain't no fucking man. Put your hands on my mum again, I'll kill you, you fucking man. And that's what done me, because the leg just shattered and I hit the floor and I couldn't move. Do you know what I mean? And he went boom, 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 and then come over and went boom, boom in the head. Right? There's one hole there, and then the other hole went through there.
Jesus Christ.
Right? Because that, it's glass.
Okay.
Move from me, bruv. Move from me, you little mug. Get away from me. Now, the ones that are out there flipping, pressing 2 into 4, yeah? You're no better than a paedophile. Yeah? And I'll tell you that. You're no better than a paedophile. It's all programming and mindset. So I set off at 9 years of age wanting to be the baddest villain in the country.
At 9?
Yeah. I wanted to be just like the Sweeney boys, the boys on the Sweeney, the armed robbers on the... Because my dad was a drug dealer, I didn't want to be like my dad.
Yeah.
So I disrespected drug dealers.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I looked at them like mugs and scumbags. So I never paid for drugs up until about 25 years of age. I used to pull out money, you got gear, mate? They go, yeah. I go, yeah, I got 7 wraps on you. I go. As soon as I got the wraps out, I go, yeah. And boom, boom, boom. Just take the wraps and piss off.
I'm gone.
Yeah, and I got in so much ag for that forever. Even people, when I was a crackhead, I used to go and just rob the crack houses.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But call on the geezer, want the gear, and then when they come, just take all their gear, spray them in the mouth and tell your governor he can't be round here no more, you mug. And I used it as an excuse to get free gear, because you're not from my plot. Why are you coming over here setting up crack houses for? Like, it was all the people from all round here, East London, I had murders with all of them, but because in the death, it was Marvin. So they go away now. Some geezer called Marvin, some geezer called Marvin. Marvin.
Leave it. Yeah, just leave it.
Nah, because people that ask about me, that know me from prison, tell people he's a lunatic. Leave
it. Just write it off.
Them man, because like, even people like Mark Lambie, 1 a penny, half a penny. None of them knew about crack and heroin.
Did you?
Before me, I introduced them all to it. Do you understand? Like, I was one smoking it at 14, 15 in Feltham. Them lot didn't know about it. They didn't know how to wash gear up. Didn't know how to do nothing. None of them.
Just weed they were in.
Yeah. And I was just, because my brothers were older, my friends was older, I was into things what the rich people was into. Because freebasing was a thing that all the rich people...
His money, that's right. And it wasn't frowned upon then.
No, it wasn't. It was like after tea. After dinner thing.
Do you
know what I mean? So that's how I got into it. I got into it by... Everything I got into drug-wise was because of all the people I looked up to was doing it. So I thought it was normal. And it wasn't until I went to prison I realised you can't smoke this gear. Do you know what I mean? You can't smoke this gear because they're scumbags. Like, and that's what made me, I can't be like this one, I can't be like that one, it can't be me, so I'm not going to do that no more. Do you know what I mean?
But what's really strange is that you've always had a sense of you're going to achieve no matter what.
I was going to be great. I was going to be the baddest villain in the country, mate. And do you know what? As egotistic as it sounds, it's not my ego, it's just the reality. Right. I wasn't scared of anybody. I wasn't scared of any situation. Now, one example I'll give you is this, right? I goes away to Ibiza in 1998. I'm robbing security vans like a lunatic. So it goes away, I spend about 250, 300 grand while we're away, right? And I met this little firm from Birmingham when I was away. But because I'm spending money, 20 bottles of Cristal, 20 bottles of Dom, 20 bottles, and they're like, wow, who is this kid? I'm like, don't worry about it,
I got it.
We got it. And all of a sudden I just disappeared. But while we were there, I'm sending people home and back on Concord. Go and pick up some money, going home Concord. And I'm saying, I'll go with them, come out. So I'm paying for all people's, like, they don't know me. They're like, what, you got Concord? I said, yeah, I'm going home, coming. So everyone thought I was the absolute bollocks. So all of a sudden I disappeared. Basically, I've got to come back to England, I've got to do some bits. I left the card with one of the DJs and I fucks off. Come back to England. About 4 weeks later, there was an old club in Gray's Inn Road called Gray's Inn.
Yes.
It was the darkest, dingiest Sunday morning rave you could ever go to, right? So after say I've turned up there, come down the stairs. I'll come down the stairs and walk through the doors. There's a firm of maybe 12 to 15, 18 possibly. Like dark members, like growling, like. And I've come down the stairs and I've looked at them. I thought, who the fuck's that? And I haven't recognised no one. Now, but the geezer in the middle, like the biggest lump, turned to me and he's gone, what? And I was like, what? Where the fuck's up?
Yeah, yeah.
I look down and see 2 champagne bottles, run over, just smash, come on. And he's gone, Marvin, it's mango. Marvin, it's mango. And I was like, my God, what's happening? What's happening? I had a cuddle. And that was the Birmingham lot, the Johnsons, the Burgers, before they even had the clash. Right?
Yes, yeah.
It was all together on this morning. And that's what he says to me. He says to me, do you know what? I realised who you were that day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Didn't give a
I didn't give a fuck. Like, and it was just how it was. Like, you pull a weapon out, you've got to kill me. You pull a gun out, shoot me, you mug. Shoot me, you mug. You're a fucking idiot, you mug, and I'll just walk off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't pretending to be that man. I wasn't pretending.
You was that guy.
I was that guy.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of people from the urban culture pretend to be me.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise until one of my mates killed himself. He come to me one day and said, do you know what it is with you, Marv? He said, I pretend to be who you are naturally, you know.
Yeah.
And I could never understood what he meant until he killed himself.
Yeah, it's a facade, mate.
Yeah. Whereas I was smoking crack at 12, 13 years of age.
Yeah.
I weren't getting fed every day.
Yeah.
My mum was a prostitute, my dad weren't about, my brothers and sisters was from all different mums and dads. And I was just left to grow up on my own, looking after my siblings.
Yeah.
And my mum was a crackhead.
Yeah.
So my mum and my auntie were crackheads, so I had to look after my brothers, my sisters and my cousins. We all lived in one house. Do you know what I'm saying?
So were you one of the oldest then?
I was the middle child.
Okay.
Yeah, but the eldest ones they're not like me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I ended up carrying everyone.
Providing for everyone.
And then just sort of, that started young. I stopped providing for them all when I was about 17.
Yeah.
And I moved out. Do you know what I mean? Well, I moved out at 15, but then I got my own flat at 17. Do you know what I mean? But up until then, I was providing for everyone. I provided for people on and off. My sister met her husband, my brother met his partner, my other sister's a little bit wayward, but I was always a provider. So I never done what I'd done to give it the big one.
It was a necessity.
To pay for my family. Because I didn't want my family to go through what my dad put us all through.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's...
I'm a very spiritual person.
Yeah.
Right? So I felt the connection anyway.
Yeah.
Because everyone's been reaching out to me, but a couple of kids have reached out to me the other day. I was like, leave it till next year.
Yeah.
The next podcast they come up, right? They started quoting one of my youngsters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, saying he ain't really about that. He's just faking, he did it, but he gets loud. And I thought, wow, you don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You don't know. So now we're going to do things in a way where, like, because I help a lot of people, do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people on the road in places like artists, I won't mention them, but there's artists, there's managers, there's DJs, there's presenters that where they are today because I help them get there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying, John?
Yeah.
And it's sick.
It's mad because your personality just shines. Like, and did you develop this personality?
No, this is,
or you've always...
I'm exactly the same person I've always been.
Yeah.
But I've taken out the violence and the aggression.
Yeah.
Right? Now what it is I've always been this character.
Yeah.
But I'm just using legal products and avenues now. Do you know what I mean? Like helping people realise their transferable skill. And developing that. The ones we want to work, we'll work with. The ones we don't really want.
Yeah. So when you first started and got into that world, right? You start your life now with like your siblings, older siblings, younger siblings. Your mum's addicted to drugs. Your aunt's addicted to drugs. Your dad's a drug dealer, and it's like, but still in your head, I'm still gonna win. You're still gonna win. All right, no problem. This is what life's dealt me, but I'm gonna make something of my life. Yeah. And not many people think like that. Most people are like, they're stuck in their world. Oh shit, no money, my mum's this, blah, blah, blah. But you've actually tried to do something, but you've just taken the wrong avenue. Do you think that if your circumstances were different when you were younger, you probably wouldn't have got into...
Yeah. Do you know what? This is the mad thing about it. It's only about environment and circumstance.
Yeah.
That like, pick me up, put me in a middle class environment, I'll be a billionaire.
Yeah, but I see it.
Yeah, and I see it because that phone call you just heard me have, he's a billionaire.
Wow.
Do you understand? Like, these people, they live a different way.
Yeah.
I borrow their helicopters. They let me stay in their mansions. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'll go with their family. My kids use their drivers. Like, do you know what I mean? It's level,
mad.
It's another level. So what I've realised now, the transition I've made in the last 5 years, because it's only been 5 years.
Wow.
Right? Since 2015, I've stopped, right?
Clean.
2015.
Yeah.
I'll get into why I've done that in a minute. But since 2015 to now, I've been 100% squeaky clean. Yeah, because I realised that the programming that I had previously to the transition, that I was insane. Yeah. Right? I was insane, didn't realise I was insane, and I was programmed to live a certain way in a certain environment. Yeah. And I realised that I didn't have to live that way, and I don't have to live in that environment, and I don't have to be that person.
Did you realise that at the time that you were insane, or did you just live in denial, or just carry on?
You know what, it's like everybody else, and like the thousands of your viewers and the millions of people on the planet, no one knows when they're in that game that they're actually insane. Yeah. So what I was going to say was, so people know they're insane, right? All you got to focus on is, if you're repeating the same act over and over again, receiving the same results, and you continue creating the same action, then that is insanity. Repeating the same act over and over again, expecting a different result. So if you're getting out of jail and you're on the road for a few months and then you're getting nicked and going away, that's wrong. It's not the right strategy.
Nothing's going to change.
It's not going to change. And if you keep doing that, then that's going to continue to happen. Do you understand? And if you keep breaking the law of averages say you're going to get caught. Right? Now the law of averages to say that people are going to grass on you. The law of averages say that people are going to, like, the governments are going to investigate you. Do you understand? So on top of you making a mistake, you've got the general public, you've got your haters, and you've got people in your family that despise.
It's inevitable that something's going to come on top.
It is. Like, it's been inevitable up until today, because there's been no successful criminals. Like, I believe I'm a successful criminal because I turned away from crime. I'm not like, I made it as a successful criminal, but I became an oxymoron. Do you understand? So a man in, like, achieving my goal, I amounted to nothing. Do you understand? And that's the madness that people
because do you think then, so was your goal money, or was it, I just want to have this name?
Do you know what, it's hard to explain, but it's like, I'll get messages. I know they're messages from the universe now, but when I was a kid, there was voices. So the voices, like, for argument's sake, one day I'm sitting on Parliament Hill Fields, it's called Kite Hill. And at the top of Kite Hill, you can see the panoramic view of London. Now, I used to sit up there and smoke puff. And every time I sat up there, I used to get this voice, and you say, you are going to control all the badness here. You are going to control, you're going to be the baddest man there. Everyone's going to fear you, everyone's going to love you, everyone's going to respect you. It's going to happen. I just think, wow. And then every day, something had happened. Like, I never just magicked all this stuff up. Do you know what I mean? It was just, I attracted certain things in my life, and then I acted a certain way. So when I was 13, 14, 15, I was hanging around with 25, 30-year-old men. Why? Because I was exceptionally violent and I was game. So to them, I was their toy. Do you understand? But that toy just developed skills and attributes that just took me on.
But you kept outgrowing everybody that you were with then?
Yeah, I did, That's the irony. And everyone says, oh, I fell out with people. I never fell out with people. I just outgrown it. I made it. I had with this criminal. I had with this criminal for a little while. And I think, you know what? You're a fucking idiot. Or you're a waste of time. This is pointless. I'm gone. Next move. And that's all it is. I've just navigated myself through the criminal fraternity to the top of the ladder, and then realised it ain't worth it. Do you know what I mean? There's no love, there's no respect, and there's no loyalty. Because, and that's all I ever wanted.
It's crazy, because the one thing that you wanted, the that love, that adulation, whatever it is, or that camaraderie with your friends.
That's what it is. Camaraderie, loyalty, and ownership sort of thing. So even when I was a criminal, I used to say to all my pals, let's make a kitty. Let's make a kitty. Let's put money in the kitty and buy stuff. Let's build stuff. Like, I've always been on this business mind. I've always been on this building mind. I've always been on owning stuff, right? But I never had the right strategies to achieve them goals, which I'm thankful for now, because I haven't wasted a lot of money on properties that have been repossessed by the government,
That's right.
So I've spent all the money I've earned, and I've enjoyed myself doing it. But has it been worth it? No. Did I enjoy myself at times.
Yeah.
Have I had more sort of downtime than uptime? Yeah. Do you understand?
Yeah.
When you add it all up, the comparisons outweigh each other by a wide margin.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So it's I believe that it is our responsibility as older peers in our environments throughout the whole country to educate the kids that life isn't worth it. Not because you're not game, not because you're not a bad man, not because you can't shoot, stab and kill. Because what you will do is going to put you in prison forever, and you don't actually have to do that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't.
Yeah.
Like, I know loads of black successful people.
Yeah.
I know loads of mixed race successful people. I know loads of white mixed successful people, and I know loads of criminals.
Yeah.
Black, white, Chinese.
Yeah,
do you understand?
yeah.
But the mindsets they have are totally different.
Yeah.
So I can't have certain conversations with my criminal friends that I can have with my legitimate friends.
Yeah.
Because it'll just be an argument.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, the communication levels are totally different.
Yeah.
Because the mindsets are so far apart. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's about bridging the gap between the street and sort of legitimacy to make the kids understand that you're not weak. Do you know what I mean? And if you do work, it makes you more of a man.
Yeah.
It will make you more powerful and make you more secure.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And they don't get that.
Yeah, it's weird, but I think as well, but do you think that is because they don't see examples necessarily in their household sometimes?
But do you know what? Everyone says this, right?
Yeah.
But I can only talk from my experiences, right? So I've grown up with a lot of faces in this country.
Yeah.
Right? And I won't mention no names because I mentioned someone's name the other week in a way where I had a pop at me mate.
Yeah.
And it backfired because it went viral and
shit, okay.
And
Yeah.
so basically, I'm not making this personal about anybody.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But it's just about the mindsets we have and the things we do and why we do them. Do you know what I'm saying?
But all right, so you're in this world now. You started at 13. You're taking drugs. You're hanging around with older people, and you're immersed in this world now. At the time, did you feel like, no, this is exactly what I wanted?
Yeah.
At no point you thought, I need to get out of this shit. This is
no. And I'll give you the why.
Yeah.
Right, because everything I do has got to have a why.
Yeah.
Right, that's Marvin Herbert is always the why question, right? So why didn't I feel why didn't I feel uncomfortable? Why didn't I feel out of place? Why didn't I feel right? Because, for argument's sake, I started nicking car stereos.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm nicking car stereos. We used to get £120, £90, £80 and £150 for the car stereos. Blair Punt, New York.
I remember Blair Punt.
Right,
little blue.
Yeah, little blue.
Yeah.
So we specialised in getting these. I lived in Hampstead, Belsize Park, Camden, Island. So all these big cars was around there. So we used to get all these car stereos, and then nick the cars. Right?
Okay.
So basically, I'm nicking car stereos with all my car stereo mates.
Yeah.
I can drive, so I found the car keys one day and I've nicked the car. So then basically, because I've nicked the car, we're driving about in nicked cars, and then someone said to me, one of the old lot, Marv, what are you doing with that car? I said, nothing. He said, do you want to sell it? I said, well, how much do you want to give me for it? He said, I'll give you 500 quid. I said, yeah? He said, yeah. I said, go on then. I said, you know it's nicked, isn't it? He's like, yeah, sweet. He said, can you get any more of these? I said, get whatever you want. He said, shut up, what cars can you get? So I said, I can get Golfs, I can get Peugeots, I can get BMs, I can get Saabs.
Yeah.
He said, get me as many of them as you can, and I'll pay you no less than £250 per car.
Wow.
I said, yeah. He said, yeah. So now I'm getting £150 for the stereo.
Yeah.
And if the keys are in the car, then I'm getting £500 for the car. So each stereo, I'm getting £700. I'm 12, 13 years of age.
Wow.
Do you know what I'm saying, Chuck?
That's a lot of money back then.
Right, so it wasn't just one car stereo.
Yeah.
I'm nicking 4 or 5 car stereos. And then we're going back to my mate's house, Ollie, and we're all playing fucking cards, blackjack, for car stereos. So sometimes you leave the house with 6, 7 car stereos. That's £600, £800, £900 as a 14-year-old kid. So I mean, I was wearing £400, £500 leather jackets at 14. £600. I've got photos. I'll send them to you so you can see. I've got photos of me wearing £400 shoes at 16 years of age. Do you know what I'm saying? I was wearing Chevion, Paul Smith, Lionel Scott, Pringle, all that sort of stuff. Aqua Scutum. Do you know what I mean? Like even now, look, even now, everything I wear, everything I wear is Aqua Scutum.
Yeah, Aqua Scutum,
everything. Do you know what I mean? Because you're just programmed a certain way, right? So growing up, I never felt out of place because I was always ahead of everyone with the materialistic acquisition.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I never had no materialistic acquisition as a kid. It was my, like for argument's sake, I'll go out robbing, right? Every day, right? But whatever I rob, I've got to, like, so if it's, so we start this week. So this week I'm buying jackets. Right, so whatever I nick, every day I've got to buy a jacket. Right? And then I buy a jacket and whatever I've got left I spend on drugs and funny and have a giggle. But every day I'll buy a jacket. The next week it'll be shoes. The next week it'll be jeans. The next week it'll be t-shirts. So then I'll go out and I'll buy, and everyone that knows me, they know me. I wear the same clobbers. So like, I've got 4 of these jumpers. So I can wear them every day. Do you know what I mean? You wear the same clothes. I don't care. I don't care you think I wear the same clothes. My shit's brand new. Do you understand? And then people that know me say, no. That's brand new. Trust me. Ask him to open his boot. He's opened my boot. I've got the same jumper. I've got the same set of clothes in my car if these get dirty. Do you understand? So growing up as a kid, I was always the one to get the pills first. I was the one that all the kids come to sell their book and card. I was one that kids come to sell their car stereos. I was one who had all the fences. Do you know what I'm saying? I was one who could get all the drugs. I was one who could, like, I was the link for everybody. So everyone come to me. So I always felt empowered. Like I was serving up. Right. It all started, right, from 10 years of age. My dad used to be one of the biggest importers of centimania weed in this country. Right? Now, I haven't got the permission of his mates, but I will get it. But he used to work with the major drug cartels from Liverpool. Because I'm from Liverpool, obviously, you know that. So I was born in Liverpool, come up to London. My dad come up to London in the 70s because basically his 2 co-defendants that he got arrested for robbery and went away for, they met people to do with cocaine in prison. And when they come out, they got into cocaine. When they all come out, my dad said, I don't want to do cocaine. I'm not a Class A member. I'm going to just deal with the weed. Because they was getting the weed from Africa and Jamaica. So then my dad comes to London to deal with the centimania. So my dad's called Bayesian Barry. So anyone that knows Bayesian Barry will know now he's my dad. He does all the Bayesian parties for the Bayesian community in North West London, Stonebridge, Harlesden. He's come over South London a few times back in the day. They do their big Christmas parties and things like that for the Bayesian community. So my dad was that guy, the centimania guy. He's known all over West London, Church Road, Harlesden, Ladbroke Grove, Neasden, Harrow Road, all around there. My dad's known all around there, but he's known. My dad goes everywhere in London. He's been up Pinner, Woodford, Watford. Like, I've been everywhere with my dad as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So it was because he was dealing all the drugs. I used to get the lockups. So wherever his lockups were, I know where they were. So then basically, when they weren't about, I used to creep in the lockups and nick the graft. So now I'm getting the graft that all my brother's mates want and all the older lot want. And I'm saying, well, how much do you want to pay for that then? I say, how much is that? So they show me the bag and they say they're a tenner. So I'll get a little handful out. So I'll give you that for 50 quid if you want it. And I go, shut up, what's it, have a look? What, 50 quid? I'll have it. So then I became the local social dealer for all the older lot to get their weed off.
But your dad's now, but his stash disappearing.
No, he'd had so much, man. He had tons of it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But this is madness, right? Because I used to watch my dad having arguments with his group. And they're like, Barry, no, this got dropped. And he's like, listen, because my dad was very much like me. So he'd be like, listen, blood clot, I'm going to tell you, this, and this is what happened. That's what got dropped. There's the money for what was there. And you ain't getting another fucking penny. Suck your mother. And then I've heard him have so many arguments with people. And I'm sitting there thinking, you mug.
You've nicked it?
I've nicked it, I've nicked it. But anyway, this is how deep it was, right? You see, Carnival. Right. My dad, I know for a fact, I don't know who all his friends were, but my dad, used to make, I'd say, 30 or 40 keys in £5 drawers, bag it all up. So I used to just nick the bags of the drawers of my dad. So, and then when it first come, I started to nick the parcels. When it first come, what they used to do, have you ever seen a paper shearer?
Yes,
With the big thing on it.
the guillotine.
That's what they used to chop the puff up, because it never used to come in kilos. It used to come in pounds and half a pound. And then there used to be like a £5 block and a £10 block. Like, there was big blocks. And they used to cut it with this thing. So what I used to get in and just cut big lumps off of my dad's parcels and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And then they must have got wind of too much gears going missing. So then they switched the lockups. And then basically I only got access to the drawers once they got busted up.
Okay, yeah.
Because then I know where we used to leave them, because I'm the sweet kid in the car, innit? So
yeah.
I know when my dad's unloading the car, I think, that's where he's leaving them. So then I used to go back to my mates. I'm 12, 13. I'm saying, I know where all the puffies come. And then we'd go back and burgle the houses and do things. So everyone always used to get blamed for my dad's people losing all the puff.
Yeah, man.
And I was nicking it for years. And that come to a head when I was 14. I'm in my bedroom with 4 of my mates.
Yeah.
And my dad's turned up to pick up his weed.
Yeah.
And it ain't all there. So he's beating my mum up, thinking my mum's nicked all the puff. So I'm in the bedroom with my 4 mates, and I'm like, bruv, come on, this is my mum, man. And they're like, Marv, man, what the fuck? I said, what do you mean, what the fuck? It's my mum, innit? Come on, man. Come on, we'll kill him, innit? They're like, what? I said, fuck it, man, come on. So I had to bane it. I picked up the bayonet. Them lot picked up whatever they picked up in the room. So I said, come, let's go. I've run down the stairs. I've run down the stairs, buried the kitchen door open and put the bayonet right in his throat. I said, fucking touch her again, I'm going to kill you. Now, I say this because I sound brave and I sound confident, but I actually believed my 4 mates was right there behind me.
Oh, they went there.
You know what I mean? I'm like, as I'm looking, no one's there. I was like, shit. But then I see him back up.
Yeah.
So because he backed up, I was pushed it again. I said, what the fuck? I said, this is my house now. You ain't no fucking man. Put your hands on my mum again, I'll kill you, you fucking mug. Now my confidence is... He's moving. He's like, all right, I'm going. I said, well, get out now. And he's like, all right. And I thought, wow, he shit himself. So then my confidence is, whoa.
Yeah, that's your dad. And the guy. He's got a name.
6'3", 6'4", and he's known everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And he put everybody on. North London, Camden, Islington, Kilburn, Ladbroke Grove, Harrow Road, fucking Stonebridge, Harlesden. Like, he put the kids, not the kids, but he put the men on the road with their glove. I've got loads of 40, 50-year-old people that say to me, wow, I didn't know that was your dad.
Your
dad used to look after me forever, bruv. Like, and I was like, wow, 6'6". When we turned up at his funeral, they was all there, innit? And they was like, what are you doing here? Like, what are you on about? It's my dad, you know. Shut up. Because my dad used to threaten them all with his son.
Okay.
But I put it out there now because basically my dad used to live on... my dad was the caretaker for South Kilburn Estate. Okay. Yeah, so I used to have a lockup. Yeah. Right? But I used to rob security vans and leave my money in his lockup. Okay. So whenever I was in South Kilburn, all my South Kilburn mates never put 2 and 2 together. Because my dad got run out of my house 2-3 years prior to that when we lived on Abbey Road. Nothing to do with South Kilburn. Yeah. You know I mean, and then basically I met all the South Kilburn lot when I was living on Abbey Road. And then a few years later, I started hanging about in South Kilburn. And that's where my dad was. So everyone thought I was just going to see the weed man. Okay. No one put 2 and 2 together. Okay. So after he died in 2016, I've turned up and all the bad men from fucking all around the plot, all Chippenham, Kilburn, Harrow Road, all they're like, what are you doing there? What are you doing here? I was like, it's my dad, innit? Shut up! And they're calling each other. I was like, bro, you know this is Barry's son, innit? And like, shut up, the fuck! Because then they all saying to me, wow, we didn't, like, you don't know my son will wipe the floor of all but because he's Bayesian, they used to take the piss out of him, not believing that he had a bad boy son. And then at his funeral, they was all there, they was all like, fucking hell. He's been telling the truth forever. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I never felt out of place because I was always the guy that got everything for everyone. Like, and if you wanted, like, back then, I was the man for everything. I had links for everything. Like, everything. There wasn't anything I couldn't get. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's why I sort of grew quick. I was doing kilo deals with people that were 25, 30 when I was 15, 16. And I'd turn up and I go, what are you doing? I go, what you want, mate? You wanted this, innit? They're like,
Ross.
Rah!
Yeah. He's real. Like.
Yeah, he's sick.
But didn't you, so now, because in your head now, you're mixing with all these older people. You're like, you belong now. You don't feel out of place. You're in control. You can fight. You can defend yourself. No one's trying to take the piss out of you. You've got a reputation now. And this carries on. Like, you're 15. So what happens between 15 and say 20 or 25? Like, that 10-year span, is it like you're just getting more and more violent?
More growth, yeah.
Is it?
That's when I started visiting the YOIs, prison. Yeah. And then basically it's just... And then, I'm not saying what I'm saying to say I'm hard, but it was just how I was. That was me, right? So I was very confrontational and I wouldn't back down for no one. Do you know what I mean? And I argued with every cunt and I usually argued with my hands. I was, what? Do you know what I mean? It was like, it wasn't like an argument, you bug, you bug. It was like raised voices and then it started. Do you know what I'm saying? So And I didn't care whether you was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 handed. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm having it with you. Like if I turn up in a jail and there's 12 people in the like I got done by 4 people in Feltham with pool balls because they wanted a bit of my palm.
Socks or whatever.
No, they just throwing them at me. So they got done when we had the engagement, and then they run away from the pool table and started throwing pool balls, and then basically I'd done them all one by one over the next year in the jail and just ruined them. I'd done a couple of them on a visit. I've done them and their visitors on a visit. I've done one in the gym, and then I've done one in reception. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was just the 10 years of my life was just sort of establishing myself in the world that I was heading towards. So very confrontational. I met all the major villains from like my era. I was born in 72, so we're in Brixton. Who would have been around there then? Redskin Fox, One a Penny, Half a Penny, Jason Willis, all that sort. You know,
of course.
There was all the bad men in jail back then. Do you know what I'm saying?
And they were all your pals now. They're all.
Well, we all grew together, and basically they were the people that I had confrontations with. Even the things that North London, Tottenham, Hackney Fields, like because I was from Kentish Town. No one heard about Kentish Town. So when I'm turning up in jail, I was like, "Where you from, bruv?" I'm like, "Kentish Town." Where's that? I'm like, next to Camden Town. They're like, "North London, yeah?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I ain't even heard of it. So no one really heard about where I was from. And I was like an outsider. Well, I'd been my whole life in prison. So because I'd lived with that adversity growing up with the white people and the black people.
Of course.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like not being allowed in certain people's houses on mixed race, not being allowed in certain people's houses on black. Do you know what I mean? Because certain Jamaicans and Africans wouldn't like mixed race people in their house back in the day. White people didn't want black people in their house, full stop.
That's true,
when I went to prison, I felt that same abandonment. So it was more of a fuck everyone, fuck them all.
Everyone's an enemy now.
Yeah, everyone. So I just went through my prison just fighting everyone, having it with everyone, and just making my mark, making my footprint, you know. And I've done pretty well for myself. I survived prison without being hurt, injured, or.
But you hear horror stories though, Marv. Like you hear of people coming out disfigured, like they get sugar, hot water get thrown on them, and guy fucking commit suicide, and this one. Like you could at any point you could have died at any point by the sounds of it. And you know, and if you're a child, you're mixing with these people now. You're dealing with certain quantity of money as well. Like, didn't you ever like feel any fear at any point, like to say?
I was the epicenter of it all the time. I was the centre of attention all the time, and I loved it. I embraced it. I took the consequences on the chin. I took the scars, the holes, the beatings. I took it all on the chin. It wasn't. I've been served up four times, right? And I've been served up, hospitalised 4 times. The 4 times I've been hospitalised, I've fought no less than 4 people. Right? And all 4 people have had weapons. Right? Now, what I can talk about, the kid stuff I won't talk about, but the adult stuff I'll talk about. So, I got stabbed in my heart at, I think it was about 15, 16. And we had a bit of on-ground beef in the ends. It went on for a couple of years. People got stabbed, beaten, battered. A couple of guns got pulled out on people. People got pistol whipped, and then it died down. And then it went into the seriousness with all the security. So Colton Leach was a foot soldier. He made a movie. He was the main runner in the ICF group back in the day. And basically, I had an altercation with him and I think 4 or 5 of his doormen, and they had to chop me with axes, and they chopped me up. They chopped me in my forehead there.
Rascal.
So it went down there, and then one went across here. I mean, I got one on my arm, a couple of stab wounds in my back, and basically, I had a fight with them until they all got tired, couldn't do no more, and then basically just threw me out the door. Like, they all grabbed me like that, threw me out the door, because I was fighting so much and so hard that they was becoming tired. I was losing untold blood. They couldn't get me out of there. They couldn't knock me out. They couldn't kill me, and they was all getting tired, and they kept telling me to stand there, calm down. I'm like, what the fuck? Calm down? What? You just and it was just on and off, on, off. Right? Next time after that, Right. So Cohen was that was the first serious chop in, and then in the Wax Club one night I got stabbed once, but that was having it with, I don't know how many people there was there, but I'll give Sid his props. I'll call him Kung Fu Sid.
Your mate?
Well, he's an associate,
yeah,
but he's a friend of my friends. He was like the head of security for certain groups, right? So basically, I've turned up in the Wax, and I don't know why it's kicked off, but it's just kicked off. Yeah. I was just one of them people who just kicked off everywhere I went. So I might turn up somewhere, I might see someone that I've had a fight with 2 months ago, but I don't remember them. Yeah. So I walk in somewhere, I get punched in the face, it just kicks off. So I've turned up at this gaff. I don't know what's happened, it's kicked off. Anyway, I'm having about 12, 15 gigs, end up outside the club, and now they're all trying to rush me, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? I said, look, let's have it, one of like straighteners. And then the big band, so I'm saying, Lou, you fat cunt. Like, stop all the people, me and you will have it. Yeah. And then Sid's come out and he's gone, I said, Sid, because I remember Sid being friends with my mates. I said, Sid, sort this out, mate. I want straighteners with everyone, mate. And he's come over, he said, right, come on then, straighteners, everyone, one after another. And they've all gone, nah. And he said, go and get in your car then, mate. And I got in my car and went. And the next one after that was Posh Nosh. Me two good friends of mine, Paul and Nigel Roberts, had a bar in Tufnell Park. Okay. And basically they had their own wine bar and stuff. So I've turned up there one night, I've gone in there, I'm having a conversation with one of my youngsters I used to work with, that I used to groom, to be honest. Yeah. Right? So one of the kids I'm grooming at the time to make money, and we're talking, he's messed up a little bit, so we're talking about how we can repair his stuff and get himself back to where he was. Behind me there's 12, 15 geezers. Now, I don't know how many there was, but there was about...
Significant.
Yeah, there was a firm of them, right? And it was with one guy that I knew, Wayne, right? So, as I walked in, I see Wayne, I was like, all right, Wayne, what's happening? He's like, all right, mate, yeah, sweet. So I don't know what's transpired from then to what happened, but I know what's happened now, because it's just all egos, people. So, when I've turned up and said hello to Wayne, his mate said, who's that? Oh, you know, such and such. Yeah. He might have said to him, he's hard work, he's a nutter, or he's this, or he's that. Or he said something. Yeah. Because now, one of them thinks I'm a cunt. Because I'm sitting down talking to my mate, I'm ping. I've got an ice cube on the back of my head, right? So then, ice cube on the thing. And the bird behind the jump said, I can't remember, I think it might have been Sarah, said to me, Marv, do you mind having a word with him? I said, I don't know what, please allow me, man. I said, he'll kick off. Just leave it, just ignore him. So I thought, ping on the back of the nut again. I thought, sweet, don't ever. So he said, ping again. I was like, ping again. I thought, no, that's purpose now. That's not an accident. So I got up, I said, look, no disrespect, chaps, I said, I really don't give a fuck who's throwing ice cubes. I said, but whoever wants to come outside and have a fucking straightener, let's go. So I've got up and I've walked out towards the door. Now, a couple of people got up to walk out, but then I've heard Wayne go, yo. So he must have said something to them. Okay. Because all of a sudden now, they're not coming out. So I'm by the door, a bottle's been thrown. So the bottle's been thrown, I've ducked out the way of the door, and the bottle's smashed, and then they've all come running up. Okay. Right? So as they've all come running up, it sort of kicked off a little bit. Now, as I've been here, I've sort of looked on the floor, and I see a knuckle duster on the floor. So in their little rush mode, one of them might have dropped a knuckle duster. So I've bent down, picked the knuckle duster up. Now I can hold my hands up. So now I've got a knuckle duster in this hand. So I'm bobbing and weaving, and now I'm in a small little space, but there's 12, 15 kids there. So they're all trying to rush me. They can't all rush me at the same time. So they're squeezing each other up. But now I've got 2 or 3 people in front of me, so I'm hitting them with the knuckle duster. But where I'm hitting them, they're splitting open. Right, so the people right here are getting done. And the people at the back are trying to get through. But now the people at the front are panicking because of the blood. So everyone's get there. So they're pushing and they're going round the side and they're coming. And cutting a very long story short, my mate's been put through the window. He's run across to the kebab shop. He's got one of the big blades out of the kebab shop, come back. And I mean, now he's chasing people out of the road. People running out of gaff. Anyway, cut a long story short, about 3 or 4 of them was in a real bad way and needs to go to hospital with a bit of brain damage, and a couple of people got stabbed up. And then basically, as the fights wind up, the last person's run out of the barn. I thought, fucking cheeky, and I've gone home and I said, oh, what? I can't breathe, you know. Anyway, what's the matter? I said, I don't know, I can't breathe in. Next thing I just couldn't breathe, and then I just collapsed. Next thing I know, I got the ambulance there, doing what they're doing, I've gone to the hospital.
Yeah, fuck.
And that was, and then basically I found out the geezer, his nickname was Shitty Pants. I don't know. That was his nickname. So now I'm in Oxford now looking for these people. I've seen this kid. I've pulled up and I've got him in the motor. And he's like, please, please, please. I said, what? What the fuck? You and your pals? He's like, nah, man. He said, look, no disrespect, bro. He said, but you fucked us up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I said, what? He said, and then basically it got put across to me that if I try to do anything to this firm, then I'm a bully. Because they said, bruv, look, you weighed us in. You've done us, man. What are you looking for us for? What do you want? And I was like, straight, let's get your pal on the phone. I said, do you want to come and meet me? And they're like, nah, man. No, not allow that, man. Forget. I was like, all right, sweet. And we left it. The other serving I had was in Crete. I'm in Crete. My mate decided to sell a load of Scottish geezers, a load of moody geese.
Oh,
and the geese come up to me in the middle of the night and said, where's my money? I said, for what? He said, my pills. I said, what are you on about, mate? He's on, you give me, I said, mate, I ain't give you nothing. I don't sell drugs, bruv. Move for me. What are you on about? In this Scottish accent, and I was like, what? Head butted this one, done that one. Next thing, the old gaff just went, and I was fighting, I don't know how many people, but geezers grabbed me from behind, and I'll never forget.
Fisher kit.
Mate, that hurt, you know. That hurt. Grabbed me from behind, mate. And then I ended up getting a cut across my arm. I got a little stab in my side, you know. And then another time, that was it. They're the only times I've been served up. You know, any other time I've done all right, I've come out all right. Do you know what I'm saying? I ain't really lost any battles.
But I couldn't imagine going into a scenario like that and knowing, because all it takes is for him to just in the wrong place for you. Do you know what I mean? Your lungs, your heart, and that's it. But you just...
It ain't gonna happen though.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you think like that, it's gonna happen.
But this is what I mean, because of your mindset. Your mindset was always, no matter what, I'm always gonna be all right.
Yeah, I'm always right. No matter, fuck it. Well, hospital for a couple of days, worse ways.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're not gonna kill me. I always knew they were not gonna kill me. Even when the geese pulled the gun out and went like that.
Yeah.
Thought, what? Go on then, do what you're doing, mate. Do what you're doing. And I've tried to get close to him. And as I tried to get close to him, he shot him in the leg. And that's what done me, because the leg just shattered and I hit the floor and I couldn't move. Do you know what I mean? And he went boom, 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 and then come over and went boom, boom in the head.
So you've been shot in the head?
Yeah. Didn't you know? Right, look, give your finger.
Oh, fuck off.
No, shh. Right.
Oh my God.
Right. Feel the hole?
Yeah.
Right, there's one hole there, and then the other hole went through there.
Jesus Christ.
Right, because that, it's glass.
Okay.
It's glass, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
Neck, man.
Yeah, went right in there, and...
How are you alive?
They don't know. What I'm going to do, I'm going to send you the pictures so you can put them up as we talk.
Yeah.
On the podcast.
Yeah, I'll get it here.
Because no, the photos, like, it's just, I don't know how I'm alive. Like, I'm telling you, I don't know how I'm alive, right? I really don't know how I'm alive. And I'm going to show you now so you can actually get a gist of what I'm talking about. Now, I got shot. I had a dream.
Yeah.
I got shot 6 times, right? And I got shot 5 times. But then looking back at all the evidence, it was 6 times. So I got 6 bullet holes. 5 bullets, 6 bullet holes. Right, and it was like, look, when you see, you understand, right? You actually understand. Because I don't know how. I don't know. And
you're supposed to be here.
That's what it is. My life is. This what I'm worked out now. The reason why I've gone through everything, and the reason why I never had no fear, the reason why I never felt pain, the reason why I've been through everything I've been through, so I can do what I'm doing now.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Look, watch this, right? So,
it's all right.
Right. So we'll go through them here, right? So, the first one done me in my leg, right? So the first one done me in my leg. That was the shot in the leg, right? Right. And then the second one went down my willy, right, and shot my right testicle into my pants, right?
Yeah, come on.
The third one went through my elbow, because I was trying to get up. It went through my elbow, off the floor, through my hip, and out my spine, doing my 2 lower vertebrae, so I shouldn't even be walking. And I've got all the x-rays for that as well, so I can show you. Then I got shot in the leg. the arm, and then the leg, the arm, the willy, and then that one in the forehead and the one in the eye. Now the beautiful thing about these pictures is this.
What the...
Look at the break in the leg. That's the X-ray.
That's not a break, that's shattered, mate.
Shattered, right? So now, watch this. That's the bullet, that's the break, the shatter.
Yeah.
Completely obliterated, right? And then basically what they've done, they put this frame in with 16 pins. See the bullet there?
Yes, yeah.
It's whole. Can you see it? It's whole.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
It's whole. That went through the biggest bone in my body and it come out the other side whole. Yes? You can see that, correct?
Yeah.
Right, now watch this. Now the bullet that went through my eye, what shape is that?
Yeah, that's... What the f...
Flat as a pancake.
Yeah.
And they don't know what flattened it halfway through my eye. It stopped, look. Have a look in.
Yeah.
Look in, watch it move. That's my retina and my optic nerve. I've still got my optic nerve and my retina. I still feel like I've got an eye. It feels like I've just looked at the sun for too long. That's all it feels like. I still feel my eye, it doesn't feel like I'm blind. And every now and then it mirrors what's here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. So I know why I got shot, and I know why I've had to go through what I've been through, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
So, mate, I've never...
The afro, just so everyone knows, I'm growing my afro, right, because it's all about what's on the inside, not what's on the outside. So what I'm showing people now, don't matter what you look like, don't matter what your hair's like, don't matter what your clothes are like, it matters about how you feel.
Yeah, 100%.
So I eat the most
nutritious.
The most nutritious food that a human body needs.
Yeah.
I don't eat no dairy, no red meat, no sugar. I only drink green tea and lemons. Do you know what I'm saying? And if I can't have good food, I won't eat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's about what's on the inside.
And this diet has been for the past 5 years since you've made the transition?
The diet's been for 12 years.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, since I got shot, yeah. Because after I got shot, I said, I'm never going to walk again.
Yeah.
I'm never ever going to walk again.
That's what the doctor said.
Yeah. Right? So then basically, I paid X amount of money to get that plate put in and keep me leg. I said, you're never going to walk again. And then it was just trying to find out all the best things to eat and things to do that will make my bones grow. And then I found out, right, that no amount of milk, food or substance gives you calcium. Nothing gives your bone calcium. The only thing that gives your bone calcium is broken bone.
That's right.
It recalcifies.
That's right.
So then I started finding out all the stuff that my bone marrow needs, my immune system needs, and my skin needs, right? And I found out that it all, like, dairy is affected, your skin, like for the infections and stuff like that, right? Your skin's affected through dairy products. You've got 59 different hormones in dairy products which cause cancer in humans, infections and all sorts of cirrhoses, right? Red meat, the same. So I don't eat red meat, dairy, sugar because it wasn't contaminant for my body.
Yeah.
And that's what got me on my diet. And then because they said I'll never walk again, and within 2.5 years, within 18 months I was walking, and within 2.5 years I had a professional fight on the telly. Do you know what I mean?
Hold on, wait. How? But this is the maddest thing. Everything started from here, mate. It's like your mind. Your mindset is so powerful, but you've always been plugged in to the universe. You've always been. For you to be saying, no, I've heard voices and it told me this, and it comes through to fruition. You're standing on the hill, you're looking, I'm going to own all this, I'm going to be in control of these guys. That all happened. All right, the doctor's telling you now you can't walk, you've been shot 5, 6 times. When
he said that to me, I got told, you're going to be walking in 2.5 years. And I told my missus, I'm going to be walking in 2.5 years. Don't listen to him, he's talking shit. And then 2.5 years later, I was walking. And that's it. It's just, I don't know why I'm tuned in, but now I do.
You're plugged in?
Yeah, I don't know why now. Because I wouldn't have listened to anybody but me at that age.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I know because, and the mad thing about it is, I still train and I still spar the professionals, world champions, everybody. I still have it. You still can't get me in the gym and outwork me in the gym. There ain't anybody that can outwork me in the gym. Do you know what I mean? Like even the pro athletes struggle to train and keep up with what I do.
But everything's in here.
Yeah, that's all his mindset.
Your mindset
never giving up, 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 It don't matter. You got to achieve your goals, innit? How can you give up? And what I tell people, the analogy I like to use is this, right? If you was in the wild 3 million years ago, what the fuck would you do for food?
Yeah.
Where would you go for food?
Yeah.
How long would you search for food? And if you broke your leg, would you stop hunting? If you lost an arm, would you stop hunting?
Yeah.
If you lost an eye, would you stop hunting?
Yeah.
If you lost the balls, would you stop hunting? And all the answers to the above are no.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you understand? So nothing's important but surviving.
Yeah.
And how do you survive? By eating. By eating what? All the best things that you can eat. The best things for your system.
Yeah.
And then train. So I replicate hunting by training in the gym.
Yeah.
So I make sure I go to the gym every day. If I can't go every day, then I'll double up my session the day I don't go for the following day.
Yeah.
So if I'm supposed to do an hour or 2 hours today, then I'll do 4 hours tomorrow, and I will do that.
And so now you're on this road to recovery, physically, mentally, because it sounds like you've just changed everything about your life. It's like, that old life, it's gone.
Yep.
The crime, the violence, the bad diet, the bad mentality, the negative thoughts, and you're just saying, right, I'm just moving forward as a new person.
Yeah.
Now, do you feel like a new person?
Yeah.
You do. You can feel.
Yeah. I feel free.
Yeah. I can imagine.
I feel relaxed. Like even my car.
Yeah.
I've got an 80 grand car, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't get stopped in that.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't get stopped in it.
No stress.
No stress.
Yeah.
I don't get stopped in my car.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The only thing I got to worry about is the flashes.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I don't. The people that police don't drive me on my house mad.
Yeah.
No one drives me. I don't get stopped. I don't get searched. Do you know what I mean? Like, so when they're talking about stop and searching on the street, I understand the stop and search.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they're not stop and searching me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because I'm not walking about the street looking like a street road.
That's right. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not walking about the street with a hood up. I'm not
Yeah.
walking about the street pretending I've got a weapon. I'm not walking about the street with 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, if you're walking around the street, then you're going to get treated like a street kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying, Chuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you know what? My life here has been a million miles away from yours. I can't even contemplate being in that world for so long and going through so much, because it sounds like to me you've been through a lot more than a lot of people in that world, because a lot of people, they're not willing to put themselves in.
I put myself in it all.
Yeah.
I put myself in it all. Because I wanted to be I wanted to be a Cat A prisoner. I wanted to do 15 years. I wanted to get shot. I wanted to get stabbed. I wanted to get I wanted to see this scar.
Yeah.
I actually wanted that scar. In 1984, I remember I watched Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
With Bruce Lee. And you remember the geezer?
That's right. The guy with the claw.
The geezer who got the
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
the white kid.
The white guy, the big white guy. That's right.
I wanted that scar. And look, I got it. I wanted
And
that
it's
scar.
actually the same.
Yeah, exactly the same.
It's the same.
Yeah. I wanted to get shot. In my dream, I got shot 6 times. And I thought it was a load of bollocks. Then I got shot 5 times, but 6 holes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So everything I've ever wished for and wanted, I was Cat A. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to be Cat A, I was Cat A. I wanted to get extradited, I got extradited. Because I thought, I'm going to be that guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to be that guy. They're going to actually bring me back from Spain. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. And they've done it all. They've done it all. They've done it all. I got extradited from Spain. I was Cat A. I was in helicopters. I was fucking, like, the helicopter was above my car. Like, everything I visioned as a kid wanting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I went to jail and I run jails. Do you know what I mean? I've had prison officers been arrested with kilos of drugs in prison down to my groups. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, for years, solicitors got 9-year sentence. One of my solicitors is dead now, but he used to bring all the parcels in the jails forever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was the guy for parcels in jails. I had everything in jails. Every jail I went to, they had to shut it down because there was suspected guns in there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and when they go back through history, they'll see. Like, I was just different. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to be the baddest and the worst. So whatever you could do within crime, I wanted to do it as long as it put you at the top of the map.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
while you were there, though, did you ever feel like, this is it, I'm making it?
Yeah and nah.
Yeah.
Yeah and nah. But what is it? When I got there, I did.
Yeah.
Right? But when the responsibility of the task ahead, when the reality set in,
yeah,
I thought, wow. Because I see the reality for what it was.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm giving people 200 bits of food. I'm giving people 300 bits of food. I'm giving people 50 bits, 20 bits, 5 bits.
Yeah.
And they're not paying.
Yeah.
They're all fucking up.
Yeah.
So it was like, wow. And then basically what happened, one of the kids took a at Liberty, and I wanted to get him hurt. And I found out he was my son's best mate. And that's when I just switched off. I thought, I can't do this no more. I'm causing all the problems. I'm causing all the devastation. I'm putting the kids in prison.
Yeah.
You got to think of ways to keep them out of prison. How could you give someone a product if you love them?
Yeah.
But yet they're going to go to prison if they get caught for it. They can't tell the police it's yours. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're putting all these kids in prison, you mug. Sort yourself out. So I went to him, I said, look, you got to come off the road today. I said, I don't want that money
So
back.
this is your son's friend now who owed you money and you didn't even know it was him?
No. So that's how that world works, isn't it?
It's so tight. Everyone knows everybody.
Yeah, no, it's not that. When you get to a certain level, you don't communicate with people. Encrypted devices and stuff like that, yeah. So when that came about, it was like, wow, what do I do with this one? So I just called him up. I said, look, you owe me that money. I'm going to wipe my mouth for the money if you come off the road today. And the only way I'm going to believe you come off the road today is if you spend the next 6 months with me.
Yeah.
And he said, all right, sweet. So for the next 6 months, he worked with me. Like, I come and gym every day.
Yeah.
And now he's a co-owner of Buzzworld. You know, Ambush.
Yeah. The artist.
Well, all of them, they're my youngsters.
Okay.
They're my son's friends.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're all my son's friends. I've got a podcast coming out with Ambush in a minute. But I got Ambush walked out onto the wireless stage. I got him his first performance. I got him plugged in. I've got him the assistance he needs. They've done all the hard work. Don't get it twisted. They've done the hard work.
But mate, you put the platform there in the first place to make sure you set him on that track.
Yeah. And the boys, the team behind him, I mentor the team behind him.
Yeah.
So all the managers, the agents, the tour manager, all that, I mentor them all.
Yeah.
And like, they ring me up for advice. We speak. We're like family, innit? So it's not something that I'm benefiting from financially, but spiritually.
Yeah.
Like even Young Gone, he even put on a YouTube thing. He said, Marvin's something else, He said, that guy just speaks things into existence, brother, and it just happens.
Yeah, you're real.
Do you know what I mean? And I use that in a few of my clips because I don't know who I am because I'm just me.
Yeah. But you don't realise the power you got.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you.
I'm starting to see it now.
I hope so, because for me, I saw you online and I was like, who the f*** is this guy? But you were so engaging. Like everything you speak about, you speak with there's an honesty there.
There's just honesty.
You're just a straight guy. This is it.
I'll put this out. So I made a statement about Mark Lambie the other day, right?
Yeah.
Because me and Mark are mates. We've been mates from when we were kids.
Yeah.
And then me and him sort of not fell out problems, but I've gone on a different road. He's gone on a different road, right?
Yeah.
So we sort of drifted apart. But because he never come with me, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to teach him a little lesson. So I'm going to have a little pop at him.
Yeah.
So I've had a little dig at him on the social media, and he went crazy. Just went. Everyone took it literally when it was just me having a pop to embarrass him. But do you know what I mean? He is what he is. He does what he's done, and he's got his reputation for being who he's been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just said something publicly to sort of embarrass him. I didn't realise the magnitude of the impact it would have had.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I never done what I'd done or said what I said about him because I was trying to
boy him off or anything like that.
I was just saying it to have a little pop.
Yeah.
But then I didn't realise how everyone else was
going to say it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Because he's going to have people in his ears. Oh, yeah, what Marv said about you.
Yeah, that's straight away. Like even my own pals were ringing me up saying, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
He said, "I thought you lot were tight." I said, "We are." I was having a pop at him. They said, "Marv, man, this social media is dangerous, bruv."
Yeah, it is.
Like seriously, and there's about 4 or 5 of my pals rang me up and said, "Marv, man, like why are you doing that to Marv? What's he done to you?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" I'm only telling the truth. I said, "Marv, man, it sounds bad,
Yeah.
It sounds bad, mate. Like it's bad."
Yeah.
And then on reflection, when I spoke to Mark, he said, "Marv, my kids have asked me why me and you have fell out. Now, these kids, I class my nieces, mate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, I've looked after them, not looked after them, but I've been around them forever since they were babies. I mean, their mums, I know their mums. Me and their mums get on well. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not a friend of the family. I just thought I was having a pop at him. He's in jail. He'll read it. He'll watch it. Because what I was saying is, he ain't got the arsehole to shoot. And he ain't got the arsehole to stab. But he has, but not me. Do you know what I mean? He ain't going to do it to me. Do you know what I mean? But he is who he is, and he's got his reputation for being who he is. People know him and his flaws. And it weren't for me being known as his pal and his friend to sort of say that.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. So that's, but
it was like bitching. But I wasn't.
But this is what I mean about the honesty thing. Like, you're not even thinking oh, do you know what? Maybe I shouldn't. It's like you're an open book. There's no. I don't ever get the sense from you that you're the type of person who you're sitting down steaming about something and don't say nothing.
Nah.
Do you know what I mean? Do you understand what I mean? Like, it's like everything's out. So that's why you're at peace.
Yeah.
A lot of people are not at peace because they hold in a lot of emotion. They don't express themselves. Yeah. You're really good at expressing yourself. You're really good at.
I've never been able to hold my tongue.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I've been known for my brute honesty. People say, "Oh, you don't stop putting you down." But I don't put them down. I'm just telling them. I get messages from the universe. So I say, "But you know what? You need to fix up, bruv."
Yeah.
I'm getting told that you. But I can't say to people, "I'm getting told you're going to get ill."
Yeah.
I'll get. Oh, you're going to get ill. You're going to get ill. Sort yourself out. Otherwise, you're going to get ill. And a couple of months later, they ring me back and say, "Bruv, you know what? I wish I'd have listened to you, bruv. But now I'm on this thing. I'm on this." I had a conversation with my pal just on the way up here, and he said, "I've been thinking about you all week. You got the COVID, innit?"
Okay.
And he got the COVID. And he's like, "Bruv, I was ill." He said, "But I'm on the Marv diet now, though." I'm on the Marv diet now. Because I'll just drive all my pals mad with it. Because I see the benefits it's given me.
Yeah.
I've seen the benefits, and I'll get in the ring with anybody, don't matter how big or how bad they are, I'll get in the ring with anybody for 3 rounds so they can see, what the food and the diet does for you.
And this is from a man who's been shot 5 times.
Disabled.
Disabled.
Watch. Because watch this, right? Watch. I look normal, and you watch me. Well, you watch me walking normal, right?
Yeah.
Look, watch.
Oh, so your legs.
I'm disabled, bro.
Yeah.
I'm disabled. So if I never had no muscles, that's how I'd be walking.
Yeah.
But because I use my muscles and I go to the gym, I firm it up. It hurts. But I won't allow that pain to stop me being normal. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm disabled, but I get in the ring. Once I'm in that ring, it's a different game. Different game. I'm not the best boxer on the planet, but I've got one of the best chins.
But you don't give up,
and I will never give up.
Yeah.
And I spar with people, and they think, "Fuck." I mean, I've sparred with Liam Smith, Callum Smith, Joe Selkirk, Daniel Aziz, the new up and coming cruiserweight. I sparred Daniel a little while ago. Give him a couple of training things. A couple of training exercises to strength condition his abilities, his frame and stuff. Because I just want to be the best human being I can be.
Yeah.
When I was in jail, I was the circuit king. Yeah. People were doing my circuits in jail now. They don't even know they're my circuits. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll make shit up to make it as harder. Like, if you show me a circuit, I think, sweet. Well, how can I make this harder?
Yeah.
How can I make this impossible? Do you know what I mean? So now, a couple of little things I do, right, with people, right? There's a 1 minute press up.
Yeah.
Right? So these things that I say to people, right, press up.
Yeah.
1 minute, 30 seconds down.
Yeah.
Right, to full extension, and then back up, constant movement, 30 seconds back up, and then a 30-second pull up, 15 seconds up, 15 seconds down, right?
Yeah.
And I've done them all. I put them on my YouTube. I know they're on my Instagram, but they will be going on my YouTube soon. But I do everything I ask people to do.
Yeah.
A rowing machine, 300 metres in less than 1 minute, right? This is your cardio.
Yeah.
I do that for 10.
Get your heart
minute on, minute off, all under 1 minute. Yeah, I do this as an old man. As an old man, I do this. Do you know what I'm saying? So come to the gym with Marv, you're going to be blowing out your ass. Simple.
But I'm just looking at the whole landscape of things, and it's crazy that you're sitting there now, as fit as you are, as healthy as you are, with the mindset that you got. Because at any point you could have lost your mind, as in.
It's not giving up though.
Yeah, but
but this is what people do.
Yeah.
People focus on the problem.
Yeah.
People focus on the issue.
Yeah.
Right? Why?
Yeah.
It's happened. Focus on the resolution. Focus on the movement. Focus on moving forward.
Yeah.
Focus on change. Do you understand? Don't focus on what's happened.
Yeah, you'll stay there.
Focus on the solution.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So don't keep talking about the issue. Yeah. Don't keep talking about the problem. Find the solution. Find the solution. There's an avenue to a solution. There's always a solution. Like I say to people, right? There's no problems. We don't have problems, right? Now, the differentiation I use is this, right? So we have issues to deal with in life.
Yeah.
Right? When you have a problem, that's when you've had a leg amputated.
Yeah.
That's when you've had an arm amputated. That's when, do you understand? That's a problem.
You can't come back.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Because things have to change and you have to adapt.
Yeah.
That's that's a problem because you've got to be a certain way to do something. That's a problem. But issues, what we face every day,
nothing.
There's solutions for all of that.
Yeah.
The solutions for losing money. The solutions for collapsing a company. The solutions for being hurt. The solutions for everything. So why focus on the issue and the problem, instigating hatred and drama? For reactions. Like, focus on the solution. Okay, it's happened. Fine, not a problem. Like, people said to me, what was it the other day on my YouTube? So, I put a post out to Raphael Rowe, right? You know,
the documentary guy. It's Netflix.
Now, basically what happened was he got nicked, and I was away with him in the 90s. Right? And he was away from some atrocious crimes. Right? I believed he was guilty. So me and my pal served him up. We rushed him in Maidstone prison, in the gym. Do you know what I'm saying? So I've gone out publicly because he's been found innocent. Yeah,
that's right.
So I publicly apologised and asked him to reach out. So then some smart ass said, well, did you forgive the geezer that shot you? I said, well, actually, I'm trying to engage with this kid to develop a programme on forgiveness. Do you understand? Because I'm not holding on to what he's done to me. He's done it. He's put me in a better position than I would have ever been in. Why would I hate him? Okay, I suffered, right, to become a better person. Do you understand? I'm a better person than the man I was. Why am I going to hold resentment to that guy? Because he was brave enough, more than 99% of every other villain I'd come across, to shoot me dead. No other villain in the whole of the planet had the audacity or the braveness to pull a gun out and shoot me. Bearing in mind that 4 major gangsters, or 4 major gangster organisations in London, well, I won't mention no names, have paid to get me assassinated, and Manchester have paid to have me assassinated, right? Every time they've paid to have me assassinated, I've been phone called. You know, I've been offered X amount, so why aren't you out, Marv? I said, by who? He said, but such and such. I said, take it. I said, shut up. I said, no, ring him back and take it, man. Just take it. And I'll come and see you. Ring me when you took it. He said, yeah, I've got it. I'll go and meet him. I said, get him on the phone. Get him on the fucking phone, otherwise you've got a problem. Get him on the phone. I said, hello, mate, how we doing? Who's that? It's Marvin, silly bollocks. Try again. Speak to you later. And that's it. So keep that money. If you give it back to him, you're fucking going. Do you know what I mean? That's gone from 15 grand up to 150 grand. I've had 8 Osman warnings in the space of 3 years for all the major gangsters because I embarrass a lot of people. I used to embarrass a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? Like, embarrass some really big, hard-hitting villains, like, in public, like, in front of all their people, because they know I'm carrying and it's going to get used right now if you say the wrong word. And that's it. Say the wrong word.
So you was prepared to just do anything? Basically.
Anything, anywhere, anytime, with anybody. It didn't bother me. The bigger the villain, the bigger the prize. So the bigger the villain you were, I'm coming to put it on you. I'm coming to sit in your company. I'm coming to do things around you. Do you know what I mean? Like, what? It's about, look, the thing with these kids, what I'm trying to explain to them is this: if you want to get to the levels that I reached, right, then you're going to have to do some shit, right? And that's stabbing, shootings, prisons, stuffing things up your ass for years. You know, these are things you're going to have to do. Do you understand?
It's part of that world.
It is that world. It's not part of it. It is that world. You're going to prison. To survive in prison, you need to shove things up your ass. Simple. If you want to earn money in prison, you need to lose sentences, you need to lose freedom, and you need to fall out with your family. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, it's not worth it. It's just a load of bullshit.
It's not worth it.
Just so you can keep the elders looking sensible. Do you know what I mean? So I say I wasn't sensible. I wasn't sensible at all. I was an absolute CUNT of a man. Well, I was an absolute animal of a man. I had no feelings, no compassion, no empathy for anyone normal. Do you know what I mean? And if you wasn't a villain, then you was a target. And it was as simple as that. You couldn't speak. I couldn't speak to people if they weren't villains. I wouldn't speak to people. If you what'd you do? Move from me, bruv. Move from me, you little mug. Get away from me. Like, what's the matter with you? I said, I don't want you fucking standing next to me. And I'd be like, come here. Listen, keep your fucking people away from me, these little fucking snitches. Because to me,
everyone's an enemy.
Everyone's a snitch, everyone's an enemy. Like, unless you was doing what I'm doing, you can't stand next to me listening to my conversation. Get away from me. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, everywhere I went. Do you know what I mean? Like, and people know, like, I'm giving you me so you understand me. So, for argument's sake, And people that know me will, and you might get messages about it. So say there was a party in the fridge. And I turned up with the fridge. I want to know who's in there. Right. So I want to walk about there. Who's in there? They're the bad men. And I'll be like, what's happening? Yes, Marv, what's happening? If I didn't know them, then I'll go up to whoever I thought was the baddest and just muscle in on their space and wait for them to say something. I'm like, what are you on about, bruv? Just either gas them.
Antagonising people.
I had to have it. I had to know. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's people, there's firms of people that I've gone out, I've just gone right in the middle of them, one of them said something, I've just ended up gassing them all. Do you know what I mean? Giving a couple of people clumps and then leaving. Do you know what I mean? Or stabbing a couple of people, cutting a couple of people and then just leaving. Like.
Was this all in your, is it like in your head? Were you like challenging yourself? Was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was just all, it was all to elevate myself to a position. Like, I had to get stabbed, so I know what it feels like. Do you understand? When I got stabbed, I thought, that don't hurt. Fuck that, what are you scared of? Pull off, I said, you better kill me with that, cunt. You better kill me with that. And then when they see you with confidence, they just think, oh.
Yeah, most people are not going to
they shit their pants, man. They shit their pants. They shit their pants, you know. So I've always been that confrontational person. I regret it all. I don't regret it all now because of the person I've become. But if I never made the transition, damn, would I've been sitting in my deathbed with regret.
Of course.
Do you understand? So I'm glad that I got shot. Right? And I'm glad that Mark Ashman shot me. I'm glad that I've been through what I've been through because now I can have the empathy that I need to have with everybody. Do you know what I'm saying?
You get it. You've been on both sides of the coin. You've been the perpetrator. You've been the victim. You've been to prison. You're trying to turn his life around. Well, you've turned your life around.
I've turned it.
And what I can see, and I hope it comes across on camera, it's like there's no regrets. It's not like, man, that life, it was ag.
Mate, I made it in that life. I lived on, like, I'm not saying it to blow smoke up my arse, but I lived on no less than 50 to 100, 200 grand a year for my whole entire life. I never earned less than, like, that's just being conservative. Do you understand? But people that know me know, when I went out raving, and this was like 80s and 90s, I'm spending 3, 4, 5 grand a night.
Wow.
In the 80s and 90s. Jumps and 2000, I was doing, in Marbella, I used to do the champagne spray parties. People used to come over from England. You do 4 or 5 grand out in the night, and then 7, 8 grand out in the daytime. Do you know what I mean? That was every day for like 6, 7 weeks. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like every year.
Deep pockets.
And people coming over from England, and not paying their bills, and I've got to pay their bills because they've left their tables and Right. When certain people come to Marbella, they're Marvin's lot.
Okay.
Right. So North London, West London, and East London always got attributed to Marvin's people.
Okay.
So then, anytime Marvin's people come, I've got phone calls. Marv, they're not paying. Someone hasn't paid the bill. What's their name? Who is it? Shh.
Alright.
So that, mate, you lot never paid that bill last night, because what I used to say to people was this: I'll get you doubled up. Right? I'm not giving you nothing for free. But what you buy, I'll double it up. So if you buy 1 bottle, you get 2. Right? So don't go anywhere expecting freeness. Right? Because I can't do that. Right? So I'll double you up. So I'll buy you what you buy. And that's what I've done for people. And then some people couldn't even pay their bills. So I had to pay their bills and do, you just look after people, But it was, the lifestyle fitted the character. Like I was, they say gangland Mr. Big. I did feel like I Mr. Big. Like there wasn't any gangsters that I ever went in their company and felt I'm not on their level.
Intimidated by all that. Fucking hell, I can't deal with this person.
No, not at all. The only people I can honestly say I've felt intimidated by was all the straight people. I felt belittled by all of them.
Really?
Wow, they're worth hundreds of millions, bruv. I've got no money. And I'm standing in their company and they're looking at me like I'm some sort of a cunt. Like, come on. You got to face that reality when you turn 40, 50 years of age. The people that have actually got everything are going to be looking at you asking you why. Are you crazy?
For what all you've been through, all you've done.
You got nothing. Wow.
That is crazy.
Wow. And there ain't a villain out there. There ain't a villain out there. Who's kicked back, feet up, and living lavish.
I don't know any either.
No.
I don't know any.
And the ones that are, right, are living a very stressful life that is not theirs. Right, they can't do what they want. They can't go where they want. They can't be where they want. They can't have what they want. They can't do it. They're under restriction. Do you know what I mean? Then you got people that are out of jail on licensing. You're on licensing forever. You're come on, man. Like, why would you do that? It's not a life, man. But yet we're programmed to believe that it's acceptable and normal.
Yeah.
You know, I felt my life was normal. I was shoplifting with my mum at 5, 6 years of age. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was going out with my mum shoplifting. So to me, it was normal. Do you know what I mean? So there's lots of things that happened in my life that made things confusing to me.
Yeah.
Which made me react badly. So I used to go shoplifting with my mum for my clothes, my brothers and sisters. And then my dad burnt my hand over a gas fire because I got caught shoplifting with sweets.
With your mum?
No, I went out shoplifting.
And you burnt your hand on a fire?
Yeah, burnt it over the fire like that, burnt it. And then beat me with a belt and then made me a cone of hot pepper sauce. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the first time I said that, I broke down on James English's podcast because I never ever spoke about it before. But yeah,
because
I nicked a Wrigley Spearmint gum, packet of Wrigley Spearmint gum, three packets of Wrigley Spearmint gum and a Star Bar. He melted my hand over the fire, beat me with a belt. No, mate, burnt my hand, eat 2 big spoons of a cone of hot pepper sauce, made me have a bath, and then beat me when I got out of the bath with a belt and sent me to my bed. And I was at 8 years of age. So then I couldn't understand why you do that when my mum's doing this with me.
Yeah.
So I mean, I built a resentment towards my dad, and I started hating my dad from a kid. So my dad beating me for what? Getting in trouble with the police?
That's mad.
But what are you doing?
Yeah.
What's mum doing? What's everyone doing?
Yeah. Why did he?
Why am I getting beaten?
Yeah.
Like, you speak like this, you say this, you say that, I'm saying it, you're beating me. Why? Oh, he hates me. So I just believed that he hated me.
Yeah.
So I just grew up with that resentment, and that made me react badly and search for the father figure on the road and make numerous mistakes on the journey. Do you know what I mean? Believing people, and that's what this the sad thing about Marvin Herbert that I think about now. It was a sad thing that set me free because I actually looked for surrogate family members off the street. I actually loved everybody I come into contact. Everyone, I loved them, and I would have died for them. I would have gladly got stabbed up for any one of them. I would have gladly got shot. I would have gladly went to prison, and I would have done it. And they all know me. They know, right? And when I got shot, and they never come to see me in the hospital, it fucking ripped my heart out.
Yeah, because it's family. You was prepared to do so much for them.
And that was the one thing that made me think, what has your life been about?
Yeah.
What have you done it all for? Because everything I'd done for everyone, I never got paid for it.
Yeah.
I weren't a hitman that got paid money.
You did it from here?
Yeah. You got a problem, we'll take care of that, man. You're my pal, don't worry about that. What you said what to you? Who said what? Are you fucking joking? When? Give me his number. Where does he live? Where's his car? And then I'd just go out and do my due diligence, put the trackers on cars, because everyone knows I was the one who brought the trackers about.
Yeah.
I was a tracker king back in the 80s and 90s, do you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I was on it. I was on all this stuff, the counter surveillance stuff, the bugs, the camera equipment. I was the one who brought all that to the surface for the criminals, because I used to use it on criminals. Do you know what I'm saying? So I used to bug up my own cars, bug up my own houses, because I used to find out, if you're coming to work with me, I need to find out whether you're chatting.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'll give you my car, there's a car, it's all wired up. So you get in the car, start chatting shit. I know you're chatting shit, so you can't come work with me no more. Do you know what I'm saying? So I want to let you know it's been bugged up.
But fucking hell.
Like, because of all my podcasts now, people will be saying, fuck,
that's how you found that.
That's why it dropped me out.
Yeah.
Because I never ever went back, people said, why are you talking?
Oh yeah, you just like, alright, see you later. Yeah.
Oh, it's on me, I can't come near. Don't come nowhere near me, it's all over me. And that was the fanny I use with everyone. Do you know what I mean? But I'll do my due diligence. Yeah, if you go in certain places in my car, I can see it because of the trackers on my car.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I know where you've been, I know what you said, and I can't trust you, so I won't work with them. But people never realise how calculated I was growing up as a kid, do you know what I'm saying?
Christ.
So even when I used to rob the security vans, I never once made anybody get out the car to rob the money.
Yeah.
I had drivers and lookouts, that was it. I nicked the money, but everyone got the same money. Everyone got the same amount of money, you know what I mean? I took my expenses out and then I even bust up with everyone. So the lookout's got the same as the drivers got the same as me, and that was it, simple.
You see what's mad though? You see what's weird? All the people that you have affected in a negative way, but then the amount of people that you've shown love to, like unconditional love as well. So it's kind of, for me, it feels like a little bit...
yin and yang.
Yeah, it's weird because you're giving all of this love and
I've always given. I've always given.
But this is what I mean, so it's here, it's inside, but you're giving it to people who it's like people start using you then because
they don't
like,
deserve it. That's what I realised. I was everyone's benefit.
Yeah.
And that's when I made my transition. Because I can't be everyone's benefit. I can be a benefit to my kids.
Yeah.
But what, you ringing me just because you want me to do that?
Yeah.
But you don't love me. Fuck that, I ain't doing it for you. Because I got offered hundreds of thousands of pounds to take care of people's problems.
Yeah.
Like, you can't pay me. You're mad, mate. Fuck off.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Mom, why would you take that money? Why would you take that money?" But you can't pay me to do stuff. Because I was so egotistical. I was always the man.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing something for you,
it's on my terms.
You're my pal.
Yeah,
you're my pal,
yeah, but you're going to do it because you want to do it.
You think you can pay me to do anything?
Yeah.
No, mate, I'm not that criminal.
Yeah.
You can offer me a bit of work and I'll go and do it. What? Nah, mate. I watch too many Sweeneys. I watch too many people set up. Do you know what I mean? So I'm always finding my own work, always doing my own bits. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was very self-sufficient growing up.
Yeah.
Very independent. You know, done everything myself. And that's why I've become Marvin Herbert, the man I am today.
Yeah.
You know, because I never looked up to my peers like they were my bosses. I looked up to my peers like, what can I learn? What can he teach me? Well, I don't want to be like him. I want to be like him.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to be like him. I want to be like him. So I was always trying to mimic behaviours and characters out of people, which developed me as a whole.
And forming who you are and who you
today,
believe to be. And it's what's really what really stands out for me though is that you've always been loyal though. Do you know what I mean? Even through all of the madness and all the...
A man is your word, your bond.
Yeah.
I'm a man, isn't it? So a man is a man by definition, not by an opinion or an assumption.
Yeah.
So you're a man, but the main quality of a man is by being honest, loyal, committed, you know, protective, provider.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Someone you can rely on, someone who's there for you, someone that can support you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, that's what a man is. A man never loses his temper.
Yeah.
You know, like there's loads of things that attribute to being a man where we think just because we've got balls that we're men. We're not.
Yeah.
I wasn't a man for 43 years of my life.
Yeah.
I'm only learning how to be a man now. Do you know what I mean? Although I really thought I was a man growing up, but I would say I'm 95% of the way there. The only thing I've got to do now is control my emotions 100.
Yeah.
Because I still haven't got control of them. I manage them well, and I won't react badly.
Yeah.
But it's just.
You still got that line in you though.
Yeah, don't like.
But I don't think, if I'm being honest, I don't think it's necessarily 100% that you need to control it. I think it's just being aware that it's there, and at the time not reacting.
But that's the thing. See, what you're saying is correct.
Yeah.
But when your life has sort of developed based solely on reaction, it's hard to
100%. You can't. It's hard to dial it
respond.
Back.
It's hard to respond when you've been so used to reaction. My instant response or reaction to anything was violence.
Yeah.
So no matter what, I've got to think of the violent strategy out of this, through this, and around it. So if we meet up, I've got to think: will I have to kill him? Will I have to shoot him? When will I do it? Where will I do it? How will I do it? And once I answer them questions, then we'll get into bed and we'll do business. If I can't answer them questions, I won't do nothing with you.
Yeah.
Because there's always got to be a full guy. Someone's got to pay, someone's got to respond, and someone's got to replace.
Yeah.
So if I can't do all of the above, then I'm not going to do business. And if you've took something from me or you've got something and I can't find you, then why am I giving it to you?
Yeah.
So whether it's a bit of work, whether it's a bit of graft, whether it's food, whatever it is, I need to know where you are, I need to know where your people are, and I need to know what you do. Otherwise, I ain't giving you nothing. So I do my due diligence with people prior. So when people say, oh yeah, he ain't had ag with this, he ain't ag with that one, well, I have.
Yeah.
But I do my ag different. I turn up at people's front doors.
Yeah.
I turn up when people are getting in their cars. Do you know what I mean? I turn up when they're least expecting it.
Yeah.
So let's deal with this right now, son. And then that's when they don't like dealing with it, when it's just you and them.
Yeah, it's right there in front of you now.
And then you get the apology, then you just say, right, put it right.
Yeah.
Do this, do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've put a few people on their back foot.
Yeah.
You know, but not because of ego, it's just because it's the right thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think I've done anything wrong.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because in that world, I was the epitome of crime.
Yeah.
So if you're in the criminal world, don't moan because you've been reprimanded or slapped or beaten because you're not that guy.
Comes with it.
Comes with it, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, just comes with it. It's like every beating I got off the police, when I got fitted up by the police for everything. Do you know what I mean? You don't moan and whinge about it.
You've got to take it on the chin.
Take it on the chin and get through it.
You have to, because it's part of it. You've put yourself in that position.
Yeah, we made the choice.
So from now on, your life now, what is it that you're trying to like? What is it you're trying to do?
Well, what I am doing is developing schools.
Okay.
Schools, prisons, and youth centres, basically. So the Marvin Herbert Limited is going to be an intervention platform for rehabilitation, resettlement, and life, really.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm going to start with the academies. I'm going to start with the schools, colleges, sports, and then move into the prisons. We put a bid in for a prison for 2021 last year, and we lost the bid to G4S by 4 points. I would have been the biggest. I would have been the governor.
Yeah.
I would have been the governor. The governor, right?
We got time on the cameras.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have been the governor, number 4 or 5 of the new super prison in Wellingborough.
Okay, yeah.
It's opening in 2021.
Yeah.
We lost the bid. I'll read it to you now. What's this? Right. Hi Marvin, hope you are well. Unfortunately, we came second in the HMB Wellingborough bid. G4S scored marginally higher on a couple of questions than Serco, so it was very tight. Interestingly, Serco scored so much better than G4S with our rehabilitation and resettlement work. Still, it was a competition between 4 providers, so three had to lose. Thankfully, we were second. Wow. Determined to be first next time. I will contact you next week to let you know what's next on the table. Kindest regards.
Wow.
So that's the transition I've made.
That's amazing.
And that was there. We lost it by 4 points. So within the next 5-10 years, I'm going to have the Marvin Herbert prisons, the Marvin Herbert learning facilities, the Marvin Herbert training facilities for sports. So I've got a football academy. Yeah. I've got a boxing organisation.
Yeah.
And now we're going into training and employment for household, roofing, scaffolding.
Okay, tradesmen. Because you've been there, you've done it. You know what it takes to motivate people off of the street. You know that there's nothing at the end of it. You know, you've been there, you've seen money, you've made money, and you know it's like, well, what's the point in doing all that, putting your life at risk, potentially going to prison, getting hurt, looking over your shoulder. Even when you got the money, you're still looking over your shoulder, and you've come out the other side, and you're like, okay, do you know what? I need to help people, and this is amazing. So that's why I reached out to you, because I really want to facilitate whatever journey that you're trying to do, you know, because I see something different inside you. I swear to God, there's something different inside your message.
That's Marvin Herbert.
Yeah, but there's something different. Bro,
Marvin Herbert.
You're different. You're different. You're different. Like you said, there's people that will play to be this character, but I know that that's you.
That's just naturally, man. This is.
But it's you, and you're prepared now. The same way how you gave when you were on the street in the wrong way. Now you're prepared to give in the right way.
Yeah.
And so I hope everybody reaches out and helps. You know, I've got a few contacts I'll put you in contact with. There's actually
it's all going to happen the same way this happened.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I believe in the strategic alignment of the university energy, right?
Yeah.
So people ring me, like even South London, people in South London the last 2 months asked me to go on their podcast.
Yeah.
And Satan just said to me, put them off till next year.
Yeah.
You sent the thing through, and Satan says to me, go on it.
Yeah.
So I'll come on it, because I listen to my energy, you know what I'm saying to you? So, because I don't want to sort of promote or condone criminal activities in any way, shape or form, I never went on the other podcast because the messages wasn't clear to me what they were trying to portray.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing a lot of stuff. Listen to this, listen to that. And then I made a couple of comments. funny enough, I can use this platform as well.
Yeah.
So I made a couple of comments about food, right? So I said, I don't know why people get involved in food. All their nickers are grand on each bit and blah, 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 blah. Right? So someone said, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. How I'm not flipping one box into two. How I'm not flipping 3 boxes into whatever. Like, I just thought, well, these people so dumb that they don't realise. Yeah. So what I wanted to use, I'll use today for this reason, right? Now, what I did realise, right, when we was pressing the grub, when we was doing the bits and pieces, when we was selling the shots, when we was setting up the houses, we've done it all, right? So what I realised was this: you get a kilo at 92% pure, no more, right? So you double that up, right? You take it down to 46.5. You double that again, it goes down to 23%. So you're making 3 lumps out of 1. It's 23% pure. Yeah. So it's shit.
It's rubbish, yeah.
Right. So the shit work that you're making so much money for, well, not actually you, but the young kids that you're grooming and sending out onto the street to get picked on, robbed, bullied, arrested or hurt, right, that you're putting out there. The man that's telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about, yeah? But the man that's putting the youngsters on the road doing their county lines, putting 1 into 2 and 2 into 4, yeah? What is it you're doing? Do you know what I mean? Because you don't know what you're doing. Because you're living this life like you're a big player, like you're a big hitter, like you're the guy, when you're using your youngsters to risk their liberties to put food on your table, and you're beating them, stripping them naked, torturing them, terrorising them when they don't make their quota or when they don't make your money. Why are you not helping these youngsters develop their skills into becoming beautiful human beings? But yet you make them out to be bad men on the road and they're sensible selling your shit grub. And I don't know what I'm talking about. Come on, man. We can all press and press and press. We can all flip and flip and flip. We can all sell shots. But when you look at the damage that you're causing when you're doing these little pebbles, when you're sending these youngsters out there and you're putting them in harm's way, yeah? Why would I want to get involved in that scumbag part of the business? Yeah? I was a wholesaler, right? And because I couldn't deal with the street. I've dealt with the street at 15, 16 years of age. Yeah? And I see the devastation it caused. How could I put my youngsters on the road selling pebbles and tell me I'm doing them a favour? Ask yourself the same question. How are you putting your youngsters on the road selling pebbles? What favours are you doing them? Yeah? But I don't know what I'm talking about. Check yourself. Yeah? Because I know what I'm talking about. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. I know what I've done. Yeah? And what I do know is trapping is a waste of time. Yeah? A waste of life. And it's a waste of opportunity for the youngsters that you're grooming to sell your grub. Yeah? Groomer. Think about that when you're giving the next package to the next kid to go and sell in the next county line production that you have. Son. Wow. And that's what I'm saying to you. People don't get it, yeah? They want to slander me, tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been doing food forever. Do you know what I'm saying? I've been doing crime forever. That's all I've ever been. I've never had a job in my life. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I used the street to make my money. I made it to be a successful criminal. I handled hundreds of millions of pounds throughout my life. Yeah. What have I got for it? Nothing. Yeah. Why? Because it's dead. Yeah, it's a shit world. And we have to use and groom everybody in line to achieve our goal. I'm not prepared to do that no more. So the ones that are out there flipping, pressing 2 into 4, yeah, you're no better than a paedophile. Yeah, and I'll tell you that. You're no better than a paedophile. But unless, right, you're pressing the 1 into 2 or the 2 into 4 and you're going out and selling them pebbles yourself every day, all night, all day, yeah? Then you're not a groomer. But if you're giving them £1,000 packs to them kids, you're a paedophile. That's what I'm saying. Ha! Yeah, and I know business, yeah? Come and tell me you're not putting them in harm's way and you're not exploiting their futures, yeah? Because that's what it is, yeah? Grooming is exploitation, yeah? And if you're exploiting the youngsters to sell a product which is going to put them in prison or get them harmed, then you're a groomer, no better than a paedophile, using the youngsters to ruin their life. But I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, go and press your food and continue grooming because the road you're heading is dark and grim and it's going to end in tears. And when it does, you're gonna remember Marvin Herbert. Imagine that, this smile. That's what you're gonna remember. Yeah, but I don't know what I'm talking about pressing food. Do you understand? You've
been there.
It infuriated me. I thought, you fucking idiot.
It's gonna because you've seen it, and you know the repercussions of things.
Come on.
Yeah,
and you know what? I'll go one step further. I don't know about pressing food. You don't know nothing about a 10-ton press. What's a 10-ton press? Yeah, about pressing food. You don't know about no 10-ton press. You're talking about flimsy press that you lot do that falls apart after a couple of days. Or when it gets warm, it falls apart. Yeah, because you ain't got no 10-ton press. Yeah? Come on, man. We were pressing this done for fun in the 90s. Yeah? Come on, man. That's why. And this is what I'm saying to people think they know. Yeah? It's all right handling all that money. You're making money. Come and have a look at this money. Come and have a look at this money. Why are you in the council flat? Huh? Why? Why are you still in the plot if all this money's yours? Come on, man. Just wake up. That's all these youngsters have got to do. Wake up. Ask the question, why? Why? Why is someone who's so successful and so... I'll tell you what, another way to do it. Why? What would you do, yeah, if you had £1 million? Where would you live? Yeah? Simple. Yeah? Where would you live if you had £1 million? Yeah? And I can guarantee ya, no one's going to say, in my house, on my street, because I'm not leaving the ends. Guaranteed, you got £1 million straight money, you're chipping about living in the ends. Come on, man.
Yeah. And that's a amazing point. Because these kids, they see cash, they think it's all theirs, they think, oh, they're living the big life.
No.
What they're doing is, that's sweetie money. That's to go and buy a bit of clothes.
You can break this shit down simple, right? So you're selling weed. The weed cost, I don't know, what is it, £400 to £500 an ounce now, right? £400 to £500 an ounce, right? So, let me work that out, right? Because you can do, that's what I love about these kids, right? They're so dumb, yeah? Right, so say £4.50 an ounce divided by 28, 16. Right, so you work it out. £4.80. So you make about 140 to £160, right? If you don't selling your weed, that's what you make. Selling this new weed, right? £160 an ounce. Yeah. Right. Now, if you're spending £20 on phone credit, food, 40, 50 quid a day. Yeah. If you have 3-4 meals a day, that's 5, 10, 15 quid. Yep. Yeah. Your phone credit, if you buy clothes, you got a bird. It's money. They're your expenses. Yeah. So your expenses, right, if you're big it up, are going to be £100, £200 a day. Yeah. So your profit's gone. Yeah. So then you've got to juggle Peter to pay Paul. So then you think, oh, I ain't got the money to pay him. So I've got some white food here if you want it. Oh, I know what I can do. I can flip that, get that to pay this, get that to pay him, and then it gets just tangled up. It just snowballs, and that's all they do. That's all they do.
Your head from your arse in the end.
The profit margins are not there to grow. Yeah, they're not there because the expenditure and the expense accounts, like what you spend on your accounts. Like the average kid smokes a bit of weed, so he spends 30 quid a day on his weed. Yeah, right, and then his phone credit, say a tenner, that's 40 quid. A couple of cabs, another 50 quid. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's 50 quid a day doing nothing but smoking puff. That's not about even buying food. Yeah. Right, then you add your food, that's maybe 75 quid a day. Yeah. 75 quid a day, yeah, 700 quid a week. Yeah. You're only making 140.
You're behind.
Yeah. Come on. Because you can't tell your pals, oh, I can't go and get a takeaway. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not smoking a joint. They can't do that. It's like when the bird says gives 50 quid, you can't say I ain't got no money.
Yeah, you got it there, it's in the shoebox. Yeah.
Right. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's all a get up. And I don't we've got to teach the kids business. Do you know what I mean? Because drug dealing is not a good business. Yeah. Yeah? Now, the profit margins are good if you're at a certain level. Yeah. But the street level, it's no good. And it's all designed through programming to keep all the street people on the street. Yeah. You're not supposed to elevate because who's going to be the runners? Like I say to people, right? When you get it from South America, it's £7,000 a kilo. Yeah. Right. By the time you get in England, it's £50,000 a kilo now. Yeah. Right. So they send it to Africa or Europe. Yeah. And they get their money back there. Yeah. Well, I spent seven grand a key in South America. I send it back to Europe and send it for 24. Yeah. I've got my money back. It's 18 to 20 million pounds. There. Yeah. Done. Why am I coming to England? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? England's the drop spot for everyone just to make an extra bit of profit. Yeah.
The money's already been made.
The money's been made. Yeah. So all the ag is all the olders just pretending They're just pretending.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to pay for something that's been nicked.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay for something if someone's been nicked, you don't have to pay for the graft.
Yeah,
You just produce the nicking sheet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or if someone gets shot, you don't have to pay.
Yeah.
So what they do, they create all the politics on the street so they can get people shot and then go back to the people abroad and say, look, the kid's been shot, there's the paperwork. That's it, they wipe their mouth. Because they've all had their money. The big people have had their money. The governments have had their money.
Yeah.
I mean, my pals used to pay the fucking customs £1 million a container to clear a container. They pay it. And you'll see it's all coming out. It's coming out on my podcast. So I'm doing my podcast and I'm interviewing proper people.
What's the name of your podcast?
It's the Marvin Herbert, Nothing But the Truth. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be coming out on, but the first one's coming out in December.
Okay.
We just started releasing the first one in December. So I think the first one's Sean Atwood. We've done Sean Atwood the other day.
And it's on YouTube?
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube.
Okay.
On YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I'm just starting, I'm fresh, I'm just getting into something new and seeing where we can go, innit?
It's gonna, I know.
There's no authenticity like Marvin Herbert.
I know that.
Do you know what I mean?
That's why you're here now. I felt something and I saw something and I said, I got to speak to this guy. I thank you so much for coming down.
Come on, man, my pleasure. We've got to do it again.
No, honestly, I'd love to get you down, man.
Come on.
I have no doubt in my mind that you're going to achieve whatever you.
No, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening.
Done.
It's real, man. It's happening.
I appreciate you coming down, Marvin. Thank you, brother.
My pleasure, man.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.